Hey guys, we're over here, and now I was just in the Geek Tank side, and now we're over here on this side. That is weird. Okay. What is going on? Add background music. Make your streams top notch with royalty-free background music, and you can't select it. Weird. Weird. Voyeur. Okay, why can't we do music? I don't see. Apparently, we can't do music tonight. They have broken that part. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Weird, double weird, triple weird with a half twist. Shrug. I always put up music myself. Why are these things like this? This is so strange. Yeah. Everything looks fine. Everything looks. No, I don't need to mess with that stuff. We're good. Okay, well, weird. I don't know. So we have no music tonight, which doesn't surprise me. We also have no KN tonight. Apparently, not feeling very well. I wasn't feeling well last night. Man, I overate donuts all weekend long. It was really, really good and bad. But apparently my body was like over it. And so, well, yeah, Brent, you were just with me over on the other side. We were talking about printers and stuff. Thank you, Brent. I'm now on the other side of 50. The far side of 50. Not sure what that means, but okay. So, anyway. We didn't make trying to get this comic done. I had a feeling it was a little pie in the sky to get the comic done by my birthday. I tried really hard though, but then of course, as you might imagine, we had to do other things. Then there was no time. As we rolled up, of course, it's really hard for me to do these comics when I'm doing work. So like when I'm doing my driving school, because I'm tired and I don't want to do stuff, and like even we don't have that much left. I'll switch over. Right, looking at it here, I can clearly see we have one panel here. So we're still one panel, two panels, three panels that are open. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pages. So 5 total pages, but this 13 is almost done, but it's hard because we got to have all the places on the ship that they can have people sound general quarters on. So that's a lot of places on the ship. I'm always curious about what did we make a set that. Yeah, this is a medical scene, so we need medical. So once we have medical, which we'll have tonight because we're going to work on that, that one will go into place. And this guy, this is just an inside of the MPV, but we need our Marines. So, yeah, well, I know, but that's why I'm going page to page here. This is also an interior MPV. We could probably knock those two out tonight and have those, this one and this one knocked out so that those pages are sealed up. Then this is all medical, and that's medical. And then this is a page that's going to be a pain no matter what, because it's different parts of the ship showing different people going what to the general quarters alarm, right? So that's what's going on here. So we need to have everybody doing different things. That's probably, I don't know. So that one's going to be not hard, but kind of time intensive, right? We've now finished page 31. So this is solid and done. And we've finished page 30. So this involves them on the planet. Those two are done, which is good. So all we have left now is, this is medical. We have one exterior shot right here, which we were building. And I think because it's only one panel and we never really see this panel again, although we do, because we have to think now, we're right at the end of this issue. So we have to think about the fact that some of these shots might be seen again in the next issue. And in order for them to handshake and have continuity, we probably ought to be somewhat careful about how we do the backgrounds and things like that. So we'll have to see. So there's that. Then we've got this page is all in medical right here. And then this page is all in medical. So those 3 pages are in sick bay. And that's all we have to worry about there. And those guys are done. So I think I can do the MPV scenes. Just be set up the MPV scenes and we've got that. So that should be a straight up easy one. Well, not easy. We haven't set up the MPV at all. So let's go ahead and just load that up. Let's get that spun up. At least that set exists. So maybe we should work on medical. In fact, I think that's probably the better idea. So we'll work on medical. So doing that, let's go ahead and open. We're going to work then on our 3D prop ships. Let's do interiors. No, we actually have to step back one because we're going to go to completes, into deck plans, and let's pull up the Corvette deck plans. Okay. Because this is the area we're working on right here. And I think all we really are going to need for this scene is pretty much this entire zone up here, but we can make it real quick. So we're going to take deck plans 3, and we're going to merge it with a low ceiling, because that's telling us where the red line tells us where the roof is on this, because as you know, the outside of the kittiwake is slanted at this point, so there's actually sort of a low ceiling there. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in. I'm going to just make sure that indicates where the roof exits on the deck. We're just going to then select it. And I'll just select from here to here. And we'll just make sure that we know where we've got doors out, and then the exit to the drift tube. New 11 by 11 at 300. Good base. I don't think tilting it gives me any advantage, really. Maybe a little bit of an advantage. Yeah, I get a small advantage to tilting it. So we'll tilt it then so that we can get that small advantage. Turning it to 45 degrees gives us the ability to kind of give it, a little bit more space. The more space we've got, the better. On here. All right. I'll put that down here. Give ourselves a new raster layer. And this one will give it a white floor. Go like this. Go like this. Grab my pen. Working with my pen. And definitely this is an interior spot. There's gouges there. A little bit tight to that corner, but it won't be a problem. Put that right there, like that. And this is a forward bulkhead right here for separation to engineering, which is right in front of it. So that's a defensive bulkhead for explosions and stuff. So we're just doing that real quick. That gives us sort of the outline of where we are with medical here. And we've got a hallway out here, which we'll just mark with this temporarily. Just to make sure I know that there's a hallway out here so that I don't fill this in with something. Do the same thing here, just to know that this doesn't fill in, because I'm going to, at some point here, we're going to go on ahead and put in sort of a black border to indicate where all of the walls are. So we don't want to fill in areas that aren't, that are, we don't want to make that look too difficult here. There we go. I think we're good with that. I'm going to do this and then this. There are no windows looking outside in the sick bay, so we're okay with not needing to do the green screen version of things. Okay. And now I want to do the floor mapping. Now that we've done this, we can kind of do some of the floor mapping on this. I'm going to do things like you want to show that there is a walkway in here that kind of does this, indicating this is where people should come in. And maybe we'll have it come around this corner, and I'm going to use the curve tool for that. Come around this corner here. So undo. There we go. So I'll take the curve tool now. It's too small, it's the wrong size. I'm going to match the curve of that door. And then we're going to then pull back through here to indicate you can go out this curve as well. And all we're doing here is just giving carpet design on the floor that shows where the primary walkway is. So that's where this goes. Won't matter at this point because this is a door that's closed, but you will be able to see through, like through the door, you should be able to see. There we go, just like that. All right, and this way we can kind of see where we're going with this. There we go. Still kind of pushing through here like this. I'm just going to come around here and hand draw that a little. That'd be fine. So there you go. And this is the surgery area here. So I'm just going to go on ahead and pull this all the way down to here. I actually kind of feel like maybe we should pull like this. There we go. This is like the one big open area, right? And the carpet's going to kind of do this. And then I like the idea of it doing this. There we go. And then this is their doors that go across here that can shutter to give us the sterilized internal field for surgery if we need to. Okay, moving to here. Maybe even round these so that they look a little bit more artistic. That's actually what I think I will do. Okay, so there we go. Now that we've done that, we need to talk about the fact that I did not, in fact, come in far enough for the walls. Kind of an issue. Well, I guess we'll have to deal with that in a minute. So I'll come down here, and we'll go this way. And the same thing, I'll round this so that it's not... Oh, that's already rounded. Let's not do that. It gives it a little bit of, just looks cooler. Looks like we meant to do this, you know what I mean? Like the carpet's supposed to kind of go around corners and stuff like that, and it looks nicer. And I mean, they've got to do something with the artists in the military. Artists have to have some job. It can't just be, existing. And actually, now that we've done that, I kind of feel like this should be more like this too. Just round it over like so. Not quite as abrupt, which is fine. There we go. So now we've put in sort of the rounded carpet sort of thing for the hallway and for the sick bay, so that we kind of have a different type of carpet going on. Also helps a little. We're also now going to put in some of the sort of the design ethic that we tend to have. I like to put them in at the juncture points. They tell us a little bit about what's going on in the ship in the big, larger version. So still following sort of that design ethic. There we go. Hardwood. The problem is, and I agree with you, I actually think it'd probably be some kind of synthetic something. But you're going to have patients wandering around barefoot or in some semblance of not, maybe with not that much foot protection. So it's one of the few areas where I feel like some kind of, maybe even a gel floor that's kind of not carpet, it's just gel of some sort. So when you step on it, it still has give, but it's not, because you're right, it should be cleanable, so you don't have to worry about, that kind of that kind of that kind of thing. Because I'm actually totally on board with what you're saying there, because the blood and guts and stuff. And actually, maybe that's what this delineation line is. Maybe there is a cleaning line, and then there is a super cleaning line, and that's what what's going on here is, this is the area where it extra cleans. I don't know, just making up stuff here. Patients can get slippers. I see that. I mean, that's what I'm saying, though. There's got to be some high tech middle ground. It doesn't have to be carpet with a little, like, carpet like my house here carpet. It could be like a gel of some sort, a gel floor. So it still grips your feet so you don't slip, even in blood. Spray on shoes. Again, with there's a design ethic that makes me think that you don't want to do anything to the patient, right? We want to make the environment work around the patient, not the patient work around the environment. So anything we do to the patient will require we have to do to every patient that comes in. And during triage, you'd have to then spend 1 extra minute spraying on the shoes onto them while they've got 12 or 13 people in here and they're trying to work on them. Well, but first let's spray on the shoes, So that's a little bit of a problem too. I feel like that, right? Well, you can do all kinds of stuff, but that's what I'm saying. All I want is the floor to give some. It doesn't have to. We're not going to draw the carpet anyway. It's not like I'm going to draw the carpet on here. It's they're not going to. I'm not going to sit here and put all the little, little individual little carpet thingies. So it's whatever it is. It's the soft stuff on the floor. I don't even think the characters will refer to it. Right? All right. Uh-oh. Saw that one before I did it. All right. There we go. All right. All right. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. Not there, though. Here. So that, well, you know what? First, let's delete it. Because once you delete it, then it makes it clean. Ha-ha! There we go. Let's bring this down to the 4. And then we can make little cross sections of this that indicate where the vehicle has a number of just connector pieces or aesthetics therein. So let's go ahead and just multiply this so that I can get in here. And then we'll go on to this layer. And all we're going to do here is just put in some cross lines to indicate that we've got a couple of variable lines that kind of, like I said, back to that design ethic, right? It gives just interest to the ground. There's plating of some sort on the ground. It's just the nature of how this works, sort of thing. These are either access plates or just something to give it kind of an interest level to it. Yep, that wasn't straight. Obviously, there's a lot of things you can do. Anti-gravity in here or anything like that. That'd be fine too. Let's turn that off and just take a look at where the floor looks like now. And some things kind of running back and forth, some runners. There'll be some, tables and stuff like that in there. It'll be fine. So kind of want to also take this guy and just bring him down to like 50%. So it's not so dramatic. Well, actually, I don't want to do that because if I do, it'll look weird. So let's not do that. I'm playing games with that, and that just gets ugly at some point. So there we go. There. All right. So now we've got a floor. I'm going to save it as. And we'll come back to here. And interiors. Interior sets. Kitty I'll make a new folder. And we'll call this sick bay. Oh, that's in. And we will call this a floor. It occurs to me that one of the things I probably ought to do is take this guy and at least take this section right here. These 5 squares. Copy and paste them. And that will allow us to go over here and we'll rotate that so it's straightened back up again. We'll do this. Okay. And what I'm going to do here is just set myself up with a grid that I can use to indicate where things are with this thing. Ooh, let's not do that. Because one of the things I've noticed is once I put it into DAS, I need to know where everything is. So I keep doing these imports, and then I'm like, I didn't notice, or I didn't check to see how wide a box I need to make. So we'll do cut and paste, select this here. So I'm just making a ruler effectively, which we can use. So it looks like naturally we are not lined up with the boxes in question, which is one of the reasons why I do this. Because then I can say, okay, because then we need to say change canvas size. We're going to drop the canvas size down enough that this guy's outside of that square. We've got one extra square, right? We'll do that again, change canvas size. We'll bring it into this square. And then we'll say 11.44. All I did there was make it so that it is now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 15 by 15. So we will say on here in white ink, apparently pink ink, right? And then we don't need this. And what we can do at this point now is just take the black squares, black rectangles, and go to this layer and just kind of do this number. And that'll help make this just a little bit more tied up. And I just completely erased the thing I just wrote. That's fine. Let's save this again. Now when we build it here, we can bring this up and go from the top view and pull back. And those squares line up to the squares here, because each one of those squares is 1 meter. So what I'll do is I'll say create new primitive plane, and we can say 15 divisions 1 except, and that's the size. That's the size of it. Surfaces, plane, diffuse, browse. Go back to 3D props, interiors, sets, kittiwake, sick bay floor, right? Specular color is black. And same thing, we need sick bay floor, and the ambient color will be this gray. And this is the default mode for this. And now we've got enough of the beginning of sick bay to kind of get an idea of where the space looks like, which helps us a little. I'm going to pull back here, grab this guy and pull back to there. That gives us the ability to look around on it. That's good. So, oh man. Okay. We have a few things we can do here. We can go into set pieces. Right? We've got a lot of things we can put in here already, but is it under furniture? It's probably under furniture. Generic wall unit. We can start here with this. Right? We can put in walls, go to the top view. There we go. We can duplicate the node. We'll just keep going down the line here. Work. And we will, again, then duplicate the node and continue down the line. One more. The door. And then we get a little bit over the top here. So I'll bring it down to there. Connect it there. And we'll get a generic door. The same thing. What are you rotated? You're rotated minus 49. So minus 50. All good things there. We'll do the same thing. The doorway looks bigger than the doorway, so let's take a look at what we need. We'll take a look at this on the ground, because this will be where we want to see what the doorway looks like in that unit there. Probably want to just shrink. Yeah, because we've got this completely lined up right here. That works perfectly. And so it's you that needs to just shrink down. That's not a problem. And move you over. So bring you up in size there. And now we have a door to sick bay. That's good. And the hallway actually kind of looks cool too. Just outside of sick bay. We've got inside sick bay. We'll worry about that in a second. So a couple of these guys. The thing is, all these elements we've been working on now are starting to come together. We want to build a new set. It actually isn't taking as long. All right, let's see. For this one, we have to remember we duplicate all of it. So node hierarchies, because you want to make sure you get the doors too. All right. I'm going to take the desk. Look at the top view. I'll put this underneath it. As a side note, for those of you who are watching, I'm going to cut the show early today because I actually want to. I'm working this week, and so since Kan isn't here tonight, I'm just going to go on ahead and cut the show early so I can get some more sleep. I've been really having problems with sleep, and I don't really need to make this any worse. So there we go. That works. We're kind of moving along there. You got a little countertop there. It works really well underneath some of these kind of containment units things. So low table. Whoa. Where'd that come from? That's a bridge. Pepper's joining. Just as I said, hey, I think I'm going to actually bomb out. I see Pepper. I see Pepper, but I don't hear Pepper. Let's see.
I'm here.
Well, I just got your audio. That's fine. Audio only is fine. So
I am trying my best to get my camera working for you.
That works. Hi, Pepper, says Brent.
Hi, Brent.
Says Pepper. I was just saying that since nobody else is here, I might go to bed early tonight. I may still do so. We'll see. Depending on what you're doing, you may have stuff.
Well,
I've got audio for you, though. That's always good. You live.
I'm trying to do stuff from my desk again tonight. Because I don't have to worry about NDAs at the moment.
Yeah, you can just join me. You can always join me and just talk. It doesn't have to, you don't have to, you don't have to broadcast.
There we go.
There we go. You're broadcasting.
Yeah.
But you don't gotta if you don't wanna,
Well, no, I know this, but let me put it to you this way. My husband was like, Bill was, so are you gonna go on the stream tonight? And I'm like, I wasn't thinking about it. Why? Because he's asleep, and he's like, oh, that won't my thunderstorms don't bother the stream, do they? How's that guy looking?
That looks great, actually.
Okay. And I'm like, well, no. And he's been mentioning more and more often about me being on the stream. So
you're like, I'm just doing what I've been told to do. I get it.
Yeah. So
I think Brent is telling on me.
What?
Brent's talking about how I forced him to get onto Facebook. And he was going to get off of Facebook for August.
He's going to get off Facebook for August?
Yeah, he was going to try to bomb off of Facebook, but I don't blame him.
I mean, I don't blame them either. But why?
Unsupported file system. Do you want to format your
Huh?
camera? Your camera is talking about the SD card.
What?
Hit the OK button. I actually, do you
Okay.
have an SD card in there?
Yeah, I do.
Well, it says it doesn't. It's not formatted. So
I hit
yeah,
the
if
okay
you do
button,
that,
right?
I don't know.
Um,
Is blue select or is gray select?
okay, hold on. I have to get a ladder. Folks, I have to get a ladder.
Yep.
The comical, like, it never turned off. So,
Format failure. Well, that's all right.
that's fine. I'm not really recording. It just won't turn on if I don't have an SD card in it.
Right.
This is what I get for getting a camera on Amazon for really, 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 really cheap. But at least I have no things like going on. All right. Hey, Colton. Wait, that's not Colton.
That's Pepper.
Is it?
Or that's not Pepper. That's Brent.
That's Brent. Okay.
Yeah, I haven't
All
seen
right.
Colton in a while because Colton's out on the East Coast, being East
East Coast. I
Coasty.
thought he was in Oregon. That's the West Coast.
West Coast being West Coasty.
Yeah.
I am trying to place things, so I'm not thinking a lot here. I'm concentrating really hard on trying to put all these things in their right exact spot and stuff. So invariably, I'm going to do and then something, something, something. You'd be like, that didn't make any sense, guy. I'll be like, oh.
That's all right. So, one of the things I have to do is redraw this.
Oh, yeah.
The image itself is good. I just want to update it.
Sure. That makes sense.
Well,
Oh, no. Kansas does not have a cryptid. You're going to have to come up with a Kansas cryptid now, Pepper. You have been tasked.
Kansas has a cryptid? What are you talking about?
I don't
Kansas has loads of cryptids.
know. Brent just said he discovered today that Kansas doesn't have a cryptid.
They do. I know this because I did one. Kansas
Good.
does, in fact, have a cryptid. There's at least one cryptid from every single United States. Give me a second. Okay. All right. You guys have something known as Sinkhole Sam, which is essentially the worms from the original Beetlejuice. Basically, they're giant snake that burrow into the dirt and they eat people.
And then eat people. That's the important
Yeah.
part.
You have your own version of the Sasquatch, known as the Bayman. Beaman. It's a very, very, very short cousin. Every single United States, everyone in the United States has a version of Bigfoot. Okay?
Right? Every state has a
Yeah.
different Bigfoot.
And people feel like Kansas still has a petrosaur. Kansas does have cryptids. They're just not very well known, or other people have them in their state. Okay. So Bill wants me to draw Lake Kiki Poppy in this type of style instead of what I was doing. So
Right.
we are,
It's a very cute style. I can understand why.
yeah,
It's an adorable style, so that's fair.
yeah. My only problem is I haven't done it yet, and he wants to convert the story that we did um, in 2017 into a webcomic.
Okay.
So, yeah. And I can't find my original picture, so that's why I'm using that. But, let's see. So, out of curiosity from viewers like you, um, is there any particular? Can you guys make out my iPad clearly?
Yes, relatively clearly. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Is there any any particular frames, panels that you want me to redraw?
And do you have any splashes like that
Um,
one back there?
no, because this is the preview. So I'm I'm taking like I have my favorite things I want to do. Sorry,
I know
smoke
you're
inhalation
still
from a
hacking and
wildfire.
coughing.
Huh?
You're still hacking and coughing.
Well, it's because there's been smoke in the air up here because we had a wildfire in Berthoud, which is about 20 to 30 minutes south of us.
Right.
Um, and me and my lungs apparently do not like fire.
I
Um,
see. I understand that one. My lungs don't care for it either.
yeah, so that's why I'm coughing. I don't have COVID. I've been tested twice.
Well, even
Um,
if you did have COVID, it's you can't give
yeah,
it to me on over the screen. So
all right. Well, I was thinking of doing this top one right here, which is like a group shot, which would get like pretty much everyone in
I like that one. Yep,
the shot.
with the table.
Well, it's not a table. It's like basically they're logs that are
Oh, okay.
around a campfire.
Yeah, it is. It isn't easy to see what's going on, but yeah, we.
Yeah. Well, like this guy is putting things into the fire. It's not really a very well, like it doesn't match what I do now. That's for sure. This is an older style.
It sounds like a perfect thing to do then.
Yeah. The other panel I was thinking about doing, because I have to, Bill wants to see multiple panels to kind of get a feel, was this one right here with basically one of the counselors being attack hugged by one of the little girls at camp. Um, my favorite shot in all of them is this one, so I'd like to redo this one right here. You can see it and try to deglare it a little, but I'm sure my hand is now blocking it. The one with the ant ghost, I'll definitely want to use that one. And then the ant ghost again, but I think I want to redo this one right here. But if you guys can see any of them and you have like a panel that you like seeing, let me know.
All right. This room's coming together rather nicely. And this is the one where we need to flip it around the 180 degrees, and then we gotta angle it correctly. And this is the one where we gotta lay it down. Ugh, this one's gonna be tough. This wall unit here, because the walls are not square in this part of the ship.
Some things not like the rest of the language. How was the rest of your weekend, guy?
I think I made myself sick. I ate too many donuts. I mean, I think I legitimately made myself pretty sick. It was very funny. I am no longer the spring chicken that can just eat a ton of donuts and be fine. And so, but it was still pretty funny. I mean, it was funny. I'm not ecstatic about the fact that my stomach is still not quite happy with me. But yeah, I like the fact that some people or drink too much on their birthday. Apparently, that's not what I do. Apparently, I just eat too many donuts, and then my body's like, you know what? I hate you.
Well, I guess there's worse things to have
Yeah.
your body eat.
As I was thinking too, it's not. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, probably not the world's worst, but still not awesome. But that's all right. Yesterday was we went to. All right, I was at a board meeting all day for NDK, and and so
Well, at least NDK is still going on, right?
yeah, I can't imagine NDK not going on. So something not going on, is that what you're referring to?
Wasn't there something? There was a cancellation just recently, wasn't there?
Oh, I guess I didn't hear about it. So
I could also be misinformed.
yeah, I mean, obviously anybody could be. That doesn't necessarily mean you're right or wrong. I just didn't know. So yeah. So we are going to put a mask mandate out though, so that's good.
Are you gonna have masks?
Yep, that'll be nice. So mask mandates are a good thing. I feel like every convention that I didn't wear a mask, I ended up getting con crud. You know what I mean? So even if you're not talking about coronavirus, you know what I mean? It's still kind of good. Yeah, it's because honestly, legitimately, I don't want con crud either.
Well, the new thing is monkeypox.
Yeah, but you have to have sex with people in order to have monkeypox.
Yeah, I know.
And I found out that it's not just sex. It's it has to be anal sex or something horrible. So it's hitting the.
No, that's misinformation, guy.
Actually, I looked up the CDC on it. It really is, because I thought so too. That was when somebody posted that. Legit, I said, what? We're picking on the gay people again? Isn't it, the 1980s called? They want your prejudice back. I literally
Yeah.
posted, and then they posted the CDC warning on it. And I'm like, oh. And apparently it's actually like, that's really what's going on. And I'm like, well,
Yeah, but here's a big deal. There are people now that are getting it, and they don't know how they're getting it because they haven't had sex. So honestly, I think that there's something else that people are missing. Because I know a few people that have gotten it, and they are they don't have anal sex.
yeah, I think it affects like that entire part. But either way, you still have to have sex. It's just that it's affecting the gay community harder than it is affecting the other communities. What was it? Because I want to find where I read that. Cite my source.
Yeah, I mean the last person that I saw that posted that they had it, it like they're a person I know that is like a long term celibate person. Like they don't like doing
Oh,
stuff with
oh yeah, yeah.
people.
No. I'm just saying that seems to be where it primary. But I guess you said it does say here on this, the World Health Organization says it could spread beyond the males and beyond gay people. So beware. So
Yeah. Last thing we need is another like
yeah, we don't
bio.
need AIDS thing going through. That's actually what I said as soon as they posted it. I was like, really?
Yeah.
I'll have to figure it out.
America, where we have no problems releasing information that may or may not be true because we want to keep fear in you.
Yep, that's not a good one. We don't want to continue that. Either way, it did seem like at least for a while there it was transmitted that way.
No, I knew for a while that it was like being very, very pointed at who was doing it. And I was just like, great.
Right? Like I said, the 80s called. They wanted their prejudice back.
I
As
know.
soon as I saw that, I was like, what? Are we just blaming gay people again? Because that's like so yesterday. That's so old.
Yeah.
I'm so over that. I got so many better things to do with my life than that.
Exactly.
All right. I got quite a bit of this going through here. I'm going to take the camera. Gives me a much better.
What's funny is like the person I was reading on how like they figured out that they had monkeypox.
Uh huh.
It was hilarious because they were like, hmm, that's not normal.
Right.
And then like I guess they popped one of the pox
Ugh.
things because they thought it was a pimple, and then it started itching, and they're like, I guess I have to go get this checked.
Yeah,
Like,
I think that. Well, I mean, I think it's like it's a derivative of all of the poxes, the smallpox, the chicken pox, all of those guys. So it's going to act the
well,
same way.
yeah.
I'm
I'm just
sure
waiting for them.
legitimately it's
I'm just waiting
transmittable.
for the. Yeah, I'm just waiting for the conspiracy theory about it coming out next.
Yeah. Legitimately, it's probably still transferable the same way as all other poxes are. If you burst
Yeah,
the
there's.
poxes and then touch other people with the pus, then that's contagious.
Yeah,
So
I mean, I believe that somehow like they tell you not to touch anyone if you burst one for chicken pox, right?
Right, exactly, same thing.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's under that same pretense.
Mm-hmm.
And I wouldn't even be I wouldn't put it beyond the system to be one of those, and we're just going to blame gay people so that we can find a good reason to find why gay people are bad. I wouldn't put it
Well,
for that
I
either.
don't need that in my life right now. Don't need that at all.
Right. I mean, I'm
I
pretty sure
don't.
we got something like that's out there as well, because that I wouldn't be surprised. Sadly, I'm not surprised if that's one of the things that happens. Just not. I wish I could be surprised, but I'm not.
Well, it's kind of like when, like, you kind of have to like roll with it at this point. I think with like whatever's coming. Like, oh, we just got through COVID. Now that is dying down. Then we get monkeypox.
Right. Oh, I'm just talking about the hey, we've got a new disease. Let's blame the gay people. That sounds like a thing. That's really what I'm like.
I
That wouldn't
believe we
surprise
got.
me.
I believe that happened not just from the 80s. Like it was like it lasted from the 80s all the way to like the late 90s, early 2000s.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, I am not going to lie. There were times where I was thinking that I thought I fell for it, Like, oh, well, it's good that you're gay. I don't have any problem with it, but I don't want AIDS. Which is, if you think about it in like it's just such an insidiously nasty way to make people believe your belief system, right? I mean, that's just so
Yeah,
insidious. Because I'm not religious. I don't care. I don't have a religious argument against it at all. It doesn't bother me. I don't care. But by doing that, they made me care. You know what I mean? And I'm like,
yeah.
I didn't want to care. I was good. I was like, that's so insidious. Still makes me mad. I'm still mad about it. And it's been like years and I'm still mad about it. And I apologize to you, Pepper, for younger me being stupid.
Well, hey, I didn't know you when I was younger. When I was younger, I had no attraction to anyone, so don't worry about it.
Yep. You're like, younger me wouldn't have cared.
Younger me, probably the only thing that younger me would have probably cared about is like if I knew a person that had it and I knew they were gonna die. That's the only thing that would probably really affect me with that.
Yeah.
And again, I would have had to know the person personally and have to like go to the funeral, all of that stuff.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
But I mean, also at the same time, like I went to Catholic private school and they try to shield that stuff from the kids.
Yeah, because if you know about it, you'll become it, and that would be horrible.
Yeah.
We're seeing
I
that
mean,
with lawmaking the same way. And don't talk about it to children in schools because they'll turn gay. And I'm like, I don't think it works that way.
well, no, I don't, I don't think I don't think that was the intention for the, well, the school
Maybe
I
not.
went to was it was fairly progressive for a Catholic school, so I don't think that that would be the issue. I think what it is the parents,
Yep.
not necessarily the school, but the actual parents
Yep. Yep.
at
Yep.
the school.
Yep.
You know. But like then I have to remind myself, like we had a health teacher that brought someone in to talk about STDs and stuff, and sure enough, like some of the students who like their parents got uncomfortable about having someone with AIDS and was gay in the classroom, and she was fired for that.
That's sad.
Well, I mean, she brought the person in because not only were they a health professional dealing with, she was trying to show someone very normal.
Right. Trying to do what we all are talking about all the time, which is normalizing.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, because this is absolutely true. Even people who don't generally have a predilection against something, like I didn't have any particular reason to be against. I didn't have a religious belief or anything like that. But really, honestly, it wasn't until I had a couple of bosses who were gay that it humanized the situation. You know what I mean? And that's the big thing. It's, I mean, in anything. When I went to Japan, I talk about this all the time. I went to Japan and, you know, it was all a strange and bizarre world until I caught up with one of my kids who was upset because they broke up with their boyfriend. You know what I mean? Like then it was like a perfectly normal thing. She was just a normal girl. It stopped being weird Japanese culture. It started just being kids, you know, because it normalized the whole thing.
Yeah.
So it's anything like that. Anything like that. Absolutely.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't need that type of stuff in my life.
It just fascinates me. A lot of this stuff fascinates me as long as it doesn't, you know, people get hurt. I don't find that cool. But, you know, some things are just fascinating. You know, it's like there's nothing. So the chairs are not in here at all? Is that what's going on?
You do not draw chairs.
Oh, there's the chair. I'm like, I made a special chair.
Ooh, nice. Okay.
I can't see anything. I need it in wireframe to see anything.
Oh. No. Nope, nope. Looks like I guess I have to make some more things.
There we go. All right. Let me find that chair in here somewhere. And there's the bed. So the chair should be in here in theory. Yeah, room chair. Perfect. Because that's what I really want. It's like just your standard normal chair. There we go. I have just a normal chair. While I'm at it, let's grab the bed. Because a bed's useful.
Horse beds are useful.
Especially if you want to sleep or something. So weird. There. Everything else is in here. Yeah. Yes, I think so. All right. So this week I'm still working.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have any more classes that I'm working on until the end of August, where I only have one class and it's going to be on a Sunday. So I think once we return back to normal school schedule, I think that I won't have any more weekday classes until the next vacation. So I'll be only working on weekends. So we can return back to a normal daily schedule that we were doing before.
Okay.
So,
Okie dokie pokey.
artichoke. Yar.
So, just in case anyone didn't see this, but these are the images of. This is the colors
Oh,
I
the
did last.
nuclear green. Look at the nuclear
Yeah,
green.
the nuclear green, man.
I'm into
That
that.
stuff goes
That's the stuff,
really
man.
far.
That is so the stuff. I'm in.
Yeah. I'm debating like to use that with this image right here.
Kind of makes me wonder if this is a smart move or not.
The green?
Well, not necessarily in a. I mean I think the gray should be out through here, going with the beds. See how the beds are? I feel like they're progressively closing in on the walkway in the middle of sick bay.
Okay.
And so I'm wondering whether I shouldn't make this gray line out here to kind of indicate a hey, keep your walking to this side so you don't trip over the beds. Obviously, that'd be kind of a bad thing. So
Okay.
that's why I'm like I'm wondering whether I regret my life choices on this one. Sort of things like so
Hey, life choices are life choices. I'm
right.
closer to my computer right now, so I'm probably coming in louder.
You are. I think I'm going to make a modified bed for medical, so it'll have a specialized bed. But for right now, this bed will help me at least get the idea of where everything is.
There is. Someone
Or
just sent me a friend request, and I'm not sure who it is.
yeah. In general, I just don't even mess with it anymore. I'm getting so many of those where it's clearly a spammer of some sort.
Well, this one was definitely for business, so
Oh, well, that
It was like
might
a
not be for
personal
long.
page. So I tend to stay away from those now.
I have been dealing with this scammer who is like, "Hi, I'm a cute girl and I'm single and all I'm looking for is friends on my personal or my or work page." And I'm like, "Okay, this is a business page." Like, this is a business page. You know, leave me alone, please. Okay. No, really, I'm just single. Are you single? Okay, really, just stop. I'm like, I don't need your help. It's all good. All you're doing is making a fool of yourself. But I did do the look. Here's the deal. This is a business page for one. Two, we're all happily married. Everybody is. It's all good. Three, if you're going to scam somebody, could you please go scam somebody who has money? Because we're all artists and we've got nothing. So if you're going to scam people out of money, go
You're
scam
talking about
somebody.
the one that keeps talking to Quasar Art Collective?
Is there somebody talking in Art Collective?
Well, no, like there was someone. Like I got a message, like request thing at one point, but I don't think, like I think you handled it, so I didn't really think of anything. Like I didn't think of doing anything. That's what I mean.
Yeah, because I'm seeing nothing over here necessarily, which is fine. At some point, I'm just going to start inviting people over to it, but I haven't figured out all the things. Oh. But now that we're over here, I'll check and see what. Drip promotion. There we go. So, yeah, that scammer, I said, hey, go scam somebody else, and they never come back. They never came back. So, but yeah, the last one was I'm single with no kids, and I work here in a restaurant where I earn little to care for myself and money, and I don't depend on anyone. But I'm hoping to look for a caring man. And I'm like, okay, but no, ever.
Caring man,
So,
you say?
right? I'm not a caring man. Just saying.
Hmm. Seems like we're in the wrong business. Let's pretend to be females and get some caring men open.
Right.
I only say this because I'm desperate. Show me your monkey pops.
Show me your monkey pox. That's our okay. This is our new thing, man. We're totally going this way. Just saying,
Yeah.
it's going down. It's going down. Show me your monkey pox. Okay. I don't know what to say about all this except that I'm weird, and I know I'm weird. I'm okay with that. I'm totally okay with it.
Hey, I started it, so it must be even weirder than you.
Well, yeah. I mean, actually, I guess it's kind of makes some sense. We're both weird, otherwise we wouldn't be buddies, and that's the way that, you know,
Yeah.
sort of a thing.
Yep, yep, yep.
Alrighty.
I got to see my cousin's kids today.
Oh, good.
Um, yeah, they were doing good. They came up because they wanted to go to the lake up in. They wanted to go to the Loveland Lake up here.
Yeah, we're kind of
Um,
losing you there a little bit there.
they wanted to go to Loveland Lake.
Oh, yeah.
So, um,
I hate to say this, but now I'm saying Lake Loveland Poppy. It's just going that way. It's heading that way. Sorry. It's just the way it's going to be. I have to just accept it. Tis the nature of it. All right.
all right. Well, I mean, we talked about renaming our camp name.
Right. Now it's
We
Lake
can talk
Loveland
to
Poppy.
Bill and see if he likes that.
Right. Right. Just saying. All right. We are getting remarkably close to a completed sick bay, or at least somewhat, or at least started. I think I do want to do different medical tables, but or medical beds. For one, I think they should be higher because you want them to be high enough that somebody can operate on people like this and not have to bend down and operate on people.
Well, I mean, you don't want something that will impede surgical
Yeah. So it needs to be slightly
capability.
higher, but I also think it should. The medical beds in Star Trek always are kind of on a platform sticking out, and I thought that was actually kind of cool because then your feet would never be bumping into the underneath the medical bed. Your feet had clearance, so you could do
Yeah.
different things. So I think I want to do something similar to that.
Okay.
But these beds are 2 meters long, so it gives me a standardized setup so I know how big people are. They fit a person. A person fits in these beds. So
Okay. So basically, the tests that I'm doing for redrawing of the comic, um, they are. How should I put this? They are hopefully to inspire Bill to get me some info on the first day of activities.
yeah, that makes
So,
sense.
like, our horror genre comic will have like a slice of life area to it.
Okay.
So, sorry.
Did you just apologize randomly?
Oh, I thought I interrupted you. Sorry.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Huh. No, the noise you just heard was the warning. Are you sure you wanted to do the thing you were doing? Warning. So that's all. You didn't interrupt me. You are fine. You're doing just fine. We're doing a fine job.
Mm. anyone's wondering why I have like horns on Aunt Gal's head, um, as the story goes, she's killed and then drowned by the spirit of a demon ant that was created um, with a whole entire colony of ants being murdered by a magnifying glass. And the queen was killed, and once the queen died, she collected all the energy of all the ants that died and basically sought revenge.
Interesting.
So essentially, it's a literal demon born out of the death of an ant colony.
Fair.
And I would like to point out my husband came up with this.
If you think I'm weird, it's not me. It's my husband. Gotcha. Just
Yep.
making sure we're clear here as to who is weird.
I mean, I know I'm weird because I have come up with some stuff too for for our comic. But like some of the weirdest stuff that's in our comic is actually Bill. It's not even me. And you would think it would be the reverse, but it's not. Some of the most disgusting parts of it are actually him.
I see.
Like
next time I see him, though, I'm going to say, your husband threw you under the bus, man.
well, if I use facts with it, it's true. Our last comic that we released of this before talking about redoing it all in a different style, I mean, he came up with a kid like that was turned into a zombie-like creature, right? And he was like a lamprey, so his jaw unhinged.
Yeah. You guys are really into the creepy stuff. It's like you do horror or something. Man, so
I know,
weird.
right?
So weird.
And then when you meet us, like we're super nice and like chill and happy people. Yet we do horror.
Yeah, at least you didn't say normal. Because I think I would have
No,
fallen out of the
I would
chair.
never say that we were.
If you'd said normal, I would have fallen right out of this chair laughing.
Yes,
if you guys were
God. Me and
normal,
my
you'd be
husband are
boring.
adorable.
We wouldn't be buddies if you were normal.
I was
Yeah,
about
let's
to
be
say,
realistic.
like, our last conversation in person, which was this past weekend, that was definitely not a normal conversation
It's
that
not a
everyone
normal
has.
conversation. I'm just saying. Yep. I sort of pride myself in not being normal personally.
That's what we'll do. We'll just call each other normal when we don't want to insult someone.
Right? The insult is calling each other normal. You got it. That's the way this works. Pepper, you're just so normal.
I actually have to remind myself that some people get like super upset when I am called normal. I know that sounds really weird. Um, I've actually had people check in with me when someone referred to me as special.
Special?
Huh?
Special?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I know.
I feel like special is one of those where people say it to kind of indicate that the person in question is not not on the up and up or whatever, you know.
Well, here's the deal: the person that said it, I don't really have to worry about why or how, but I don't think they meant anything harmful to it. I think they
Yeah.
thought they were doing something nice, and quite honestly, it's fine. Um,
But I guess it depends. I mean, to some degree, you are special to like me. You're special to me, definitely.
yeah,
But
like I,
that's a
I know
different
some.
story. You know what I mean? Like that's
Yeah,
not
I mean,
derogatory.
yeah, it's one of those moments where it's like, okay, what's the context of this person saying it? First, why are people getting upset? Okay, I can see why people may get upset with that, but like I'm not taking it that way, so please don't put words in my mouth.
Yeah.
You know.
And good on you on that. You know what I mean? Like that's not eating at you. That's good. That is a good thing.
Well, and also at the same time, like I have to remind myself it was a birthday thing, and I already have like a weird relationship with like how I celebrate my birthday. So and how I feel about my birthday.
Yeah.
So
I celebrate my birthday apparently by gorging myself on donuts. That's what I do. We're just
well,
saying.
mine and Bill's birthday is less than a week apart from one another. So
Yeah. You just have a unified birthday. That's what my buddy Troy does. His wife and him have. They're not that far apart, and that's exactly what they'll do. Is just unify it. Big party for
well,
both.
like he's April 27th, and I'm May 2nd. So it's like we're we're literally like
Yep.
not that far apart birthday wise.
There is a control. Oh, it worked.
Oh, sweet.
There we go. So I feel like that's better. I mean, it's kind of off center slightly, but I feel like that works a whole lot better there. You get the gray goes kind of around the beds to the right, so it looks like it's intentional. Yeah, I like this a whole lot better. All right. I might just say we're good. And now, because the next thing I need to do now is build a medical bed. And that's a long process and one that's kind of a pain in the butt. And I'm not sure I'm ready to get into that at the moment. So I'm going to probably decide to head out at this point because I am tired and I really want to go to bed. And so I still have to do my nightly routine. And I'm up at 7 tomorrow to go to work. Meh. You know what I can do, though, while still talking to you? I can do some of them, so we can keep chatting for a minute.
I am. Well, I am distilling in the eyes at this point.
Technically, you're what?
I'm filling in the eyes.
Oh.
You know.
I can lay on the floor for a minute. See if I pop my back. That'd be cool. I wore a back brace today in class, and that actually seemed to have helped a little. So that's a good thing. So how you doing up there?
I'm doing good. I think I got the eyes where I want them.
Excellent. The eyes have it.
Yeah. Side note, we got the invoice for our new home study coming up.
Oh, good. Good.
I told one of my family members, and they were like, "But didn't they already do the home study?" And I was like, "It has to be updated." And they're like, "Can your family say something like, so you don't have to?" And I'm like, "It doesn't work that way." I've been dealing with that a lot lately.
Right.
It's kind of like I had a conversation with someone recently, and they're like, "Why didn't you send in like MetaZoo artwork for your body of artwork?" And I was like, "Well, because legally I can't do that style of artwork for anyone else but these people." And they just weren't accepting my answer.
Right.
And they're like, "This is on how you change the system." And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm not here to change the system for that."
You have different systems you want to change.
Yes, yes. Like, I want to finally have a comic that logically explains why a raven is like a writing desk.
Comic that does what? The logically explains what?
A raven is like a writing desk.
Oh, okay.
You know, the old Alice in Wonderland.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
All right, Guy, what do you think?
Hang on. Just brushing my teeth. If you'll hang on just a second, I will go downstairs and make coffee for the morning, and then I don't have to do anything else, and I can come back up here and chat with you until the end of the show.
Okay.
Give me just a sec.
Okay. Do that in March, right? All right. Hi, folks. Okay. I'm gonna put myself over here where the screen is. Can't really see anything, so I do apologize. I spent outside today. Hairs were kind of funky, but yeah, that's what I did. I'm probably gonna have to color some stuff like that, but it'll be cool. Hmm. Hmm. Yep, same problem as the last one. At least I'm consistent with the problem. There you go.
Oh, hey, I like that one.
Yeah.
Another coffee is made,
Oh,
so I'm good.
yeah.
I mean, I don't like
Another
that one,
thing,
but I like that one in a don't like that one sort of way.
huh?
I said, I mean, I don't like that one, but I like that one in a I don't like that one sort of way.
Oh, you don't want to be in a dark alley with her?
Nope. Bugs and I never get along. I am not a bug person.
Yeah, and especially she's like a hybrid of a human and an ant.
Right. I am not a big fan of bugs. Bugs and I don't get along. So,
Why?
uh-huh.
They find you to be so dreamy.
Yeah, that's why. Right there. I think in general, that's it. Right there.
You're
So,
like, no, no,
a
no.
lot of no on this one. Whole lot of no.
Yeah. Um, yeah. So on July 31st, George Jetson was born.
Yep.
today.
Apparently
we're
share the
celebrating
birthday.
Death Becomes... Huh?
Apparently he and I share a birthday. Isn't that nice? Nice.
Mm.
Along with Harry Potter.
I'm just gonna say, oh well, and then Neville Longbottom too.
Yep.
So I'm just gonna say that if me and Bill end up like not adopting until next year, and then we end up getting a little boy on July 31st, 2023, we'll name him George.
Okay.
So Bill won't like that I have to follow through with that, but we'll name him George. We'll have you give the middle name.
There you go.
Mm-hmm. Now, mind you, we will ask you to prove that it's screamable from one end of a hallway to another very flowingly.
Because that's how you know you're in trouble, is when the full name is said. That's how you know. That's how you know
That
you
is on how you should choose a name for your child.
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry, but if I had to scream out like some ridiculous name, like Pixie Willow, or something like that, like I don't think I could do that.
Oh man, that's funny. That is super funny.
Yeah.
I am super entertained now.
So, all right.
Okay.
You want to go to sleep, and I'm starting to get tired now too.
It's all good. I think I finished at least the rough outline of what medical looks like, so I think I'm good for at least for right now. Got a few things I want to put in here, but I think I'm pretty done for the night. So I'll be back on tomorrow night, and we'll do more.
I have to redo the front cover for the first issue, and then excuse me, I am super tired.
Me too.
I apologize.
It's all good. It's nighttime.
Yeah, once I get that drawn up, because Bill wants it very detailed, I'm then gonna turn to the, or I think I may before the cover. I think what I'll do is like I'll prep the paper for cover tomorrow, and then I will do the cells, and I'll try to the panels that I discussed about redoing, and what I'll do with those is I'll post those on Instagram most likely, and then have people tell me if they like this direction or not. I don't know. Some people may be upset that it's not like what they normally have been seeing me do, which has been MetaZoo stuff, but yeah, people are going to be interested of why the change of art style, most likely, and I'll just explain then.
Yeah.
So, but I'm going to say keep your eyes on the stars.
Right. I will see you later, my friend. Thank you for joining me.
You're welcome.
Good night.
Good night.